Hi, and welcome back to the garden. So let's just start with the seedlings. As you can see, the peppers are getting a little bigger and looking healthy. The mustard seed experiment, I think, is entirely dead. Those tomatoes aren't looking good, but those peppers also looking decent. These tomatoes are getting a whole lot bigger. Those need to go in the ground soon. And then some more peppers, and it looks like we're down to one survivor in those peppers. The big thing that's changed in the last week is, with all the rain, I pulled up a lot of the white onions there before they would rot in the ground. As you can see by the puddles, we've got a lot of rain. Some of them were already rotting, so I just kind of threw them over there. Needed a place to put them. This bed was weeded, and it turns out everything in it was weeds. Over here, this is mostly cucumber, and we didn't put up a trellis, so they're kind of going everywhere. But we do have some flowers under there starting up. I don't think we've got any fruits yet, but we definitely have a lot of flowers. Now, this bed, don't mind the water sounds. This bed, when we initially put it, we just put a bunch of compost and dead vegetation and then put dirt on top of it. And what it seems to be here, we think, is one of the avocados in the compost decided to start growing. And then kind of my project has been lately getting that bed redone. So initially when I came into this property, I had a bunch of leftover fence pickets, and we just built the raised beds out of those. I'm replacing that, as you can see, with a nice wood bed. Eventually it's going to look kind of like that one. So that basically unscrewed the fence picket assembly, pulled that all up, sitting over there on the burn barrel. It's going to get burned later. One of the problems I had doing this, though, is I discovered that this is 12-foot 2x10s, if I remember right. And I'm using 2x4s just to get some extra meat in the corner to put screws into. What happened with this, though, is that is just slightly bigger than the previous beds. So I need to get some of that dirt that's underneath and just throw it in, kind of clean up around so it'll all sit down. Because if you look at this corner, that end is hovering in the air, and it shouldn't be. So I just got to dig some of this dirt up and push this down. And we also got a picnic table, which is partially painted before the rain came, and we'll flip it over, paint the other side, and probably put it somewhere in the swamp over there. When the summer comes, I'm going to be doing a lot of dirt moving to kind of fill in the low spots there. Okay, back to the garden. Our calamansi tree, you've been watching for like 2 years, it's finally getting taller. Originally, this came with us from Austin to this property, so this is over 2 years old. Spent a lot of that time sitting in a bucket, but it is finally getting a little taller. So hopefully we might get fruit from that in another year or so. And if you're wondering what the U-posts around it are, that's quite literally so we don't accidentally mow over it with a riding mower. That's the whole purpose of those. So I gotta check the chickens, but if you're not already gardening, you should probably be starting to garden. If you're up in the northern states, in the frozen wasteland full of Yankees, it's about time to get stuff in the ground. Actually, you're late. If you're out here, like I am, I'm really late. But anyways, start a garden. I gotta check on the chickens.